Hey guys, so I'm here with another plan with me in my Recollections classic planner, I don't know, my watercolor planner, and I have another plan with me challenge, and I love doing these in my happy planner. One, because I don't have to worry about the bottom, like having bottom washi as much, or date covers as much, I feel like. So there we go, zoom out a little bit more. I don't want to be zoomed out too far. Oh my god, okay. So the last two spreads I did in here were like blooper spreads. This is this week so far. I'd say a lot of rescheduled things. This past week has been completely insane, and actually today is Friday the 25th. Today was supposed to be a new release day, but I will tell you guys a little story about why it is not. And I put something on my Instagram story that kind of hinted towards that. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen that. If you don't, you should definitely follow me on there because I post updates and everything. So anyway, this Plan With Me challenge is going to be freebies only. So only sheets that were included in... Did I grab two of these? I did. I don't want two of them for this. Only sheets that were included as freebies in Etsy purchases. And I have included some of my own freebies. So I'm going to go through what I've got real quick. So I've got one Once More With Love freebie that I've already used some stuff on. I've got these disco prints ones. So I've got this one, and then this one has two stickers on here, the heart and the hello. I've got some Fox and Cactus ones, which this Deadpool, love it. And then these two are the same. And then I've got a Little Paper Prints freebie, which is great. Got a Control Kawaii freebie, which is super big and I love it. And then I've got a few School Prints Co. freebies. So I've got one of the kit freebies, like one of the kit exclusive freebies, but I threw it in here. So there's that. I've got two like smaller order freebies. I got a gray one and a pink one. And then this came with my blooper bundles, but I'm pretty sure it's meant to be a just normal freebie because there's nothing wrong with it. So that is in here. I've got quite a few Formless Designs freebies. So I've got some glitter headers, this one, some boxes, Hello Summer, which I won't be using in this spread, some like deco ones, some more glitter headers, some Happy Mail sheet, which she does sell as like a sheet by itself, but the order I got, this came as a freebie. And then some check boxes and some full boxes. And then the rest are freebies from my shop. So I think this was the February freebie. I think this was the July freebie. August freebie. I don't know when this one was. There's some headers, some checklists on there, some glitter headers. That. There's this one. And then this was like my Black Friday one from last year. There's that. And then this one, which I did a while ago, which was like a limited time, I'm stuttering, limited time thing where if you spent more than a certain amount of money, you got like this jumbo, like full size sheet freebie. So I am gonna try and put down, let me try and get out all like the headers and checklist things. Because I am going to try and do all like my top stuff like I normally do and tell you guys a little bit of a story, and I think that's it. Like, okay, so I think I'm gonna put these headers first. Alright, so let me get into why there is no... Oh, my lights. Probably should have those on. I'm going to get into why there's no new releases today. And that is because my car decided to be a jerk and quit on me. So what happened was my car has been having issues, like a lot of issues for like the past like year and a half. And it's been getting progressively worse. Our car, I have a, for reference in case anybody knows anything about cars, I have a 2011 Chevy Equinox. And there is a manufacturer's issue with the engine where it's got cross-hatching on the engine, so it over-consumes the oil. So you have to basically get an oil change like every 5 seconds in order for it to run smoothly. And, you know, that's not the most fun thing ever. So I don't have a lot of these boxes. I don't think I've got enough for the whole week. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to like go back and forth between boxes and checklists. So we have been getting oil changes more and more often lately because our car's been needing it more and more often. So give you a little bit of some reference here. We got an oil change in like September of 2015. The next oil change we got was in, and you're supposed to get oil change like every 5,000 miles or something like that. Our next oil change was in June of 2016, so not even a year apart. And then our next one after that was in January of 2017. And so 6 months apart. And then our next one after that was in March of 2017. So 3 months apart. So you can see that our car was getting progressively worse. And we took it into a shop to get an oil change. And because it was making like a lot of weird noises. And the guy there told us about like the cross-hatching issue on the engine. And that at that current moment in time, Chevy wasn't doing anything about it. They weren't taking any kind of responsibility for it or anything. There were no like recalls or anything going on. So we just kind of had to deal with it. But the guy warned us that our car requires a very specific type of oil. So we have to have full synthetic. And he's like, oh, well, it has to be a specific brand. And my husband should have just kept going to him for the oil changes, but he went to like Jiffy Lube or something, and the guy told him that, he's like, oh yeah, totally, we can do it, full synthetic, and we'll do this brand for you. Oh, this doesn't even have, oh, I've got another one, it's fine. So we got our oil change there, and there's just a little bit of background for you there. I think that's all you really need to know. Day before yesterday, so on Wednesday, I went to go drop my son off at preschool, and I was sitting in the preschool parking lot right after I dropped him off, and I texted my husband because the car was making like chugging, like it was chugging anytime it was like at a stop sign or stoplight, and it has for the last week or so, it's been having issues starting, like it chugs when it starts. And my car's not even that old, like I said, it's a 2011, just this car has like so many issues. Oh, I don't like that. So as soon as I got back in the car, before I even tried to start it, I texted him, and he's deployed right now, but he has like Wi-Fi in his office, so he can still text, on like texting apps and stuff. And I texted him, I was like, we need to take this car in like now. Like it's at the point where I'm afraid to take the car out because I feel like it's going to break down on me constantly. 2 seconds later, I tried to start the car and it wouldn't start. I kid you not, like total psychicness right there, I swear. Okay, do I want to put those back down here? Yeah, I'm not going to be doing a no white space spread, so I'm going to move those back down here. Ugh, I'm like too into my story to be thinking right now. Okay, so the car wouldn't start, and we've had issues with the battery in this car before. Like our battery's perfectly fine. We even have a new battery. It's not that old, like a couple years old, I think. Not if it's even that old. And so, I mean, automatically I thought it was the battery, even though when I tried to start it, it sounded like it was turning over and like grinding, which normally doesn't make that noise when it's just the battery, at least for my car. And so luckily my friend wasn't that far away, so I called her up and I was like, I need you to come jumpstart my car for me, sorry. So she came and we tried to jump start the car. And first we tried like, she's got like a handheld jumper cable things, like portable ones. So we tried those and I never used that before. So I was like skeptical. I was like, are you sure this is going to work? So we tried that and it definitely did not work. And I was like, well, why don't we just try the traditional ones, you know, just in case. It can't hurt to try, right? So we tried those. And of course they didn't work either because it's not the battery. And let me throw some of these full boxes in here just cause. So, you know, it's not the battery, and it seemed like every time I tried to start the car, like the grinding sound got worse, and it was real special. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of these in. It was like, it was not cool, you guys. It was not cool. So I had to, luckily I have the Geico app and I have like free roadside assistance like once every breakdown or something like that. So I used my, where's that other one? I have another one. Let me see. There we go. I used my Geico app and waited there for like half an hour for the tow truck driver. And funny story, little tangent about the tow truck driver. In the Geico app, you can put like how many people are going to be riding with the tow truck driver. And I put 1 because I was going to ride with the tow truck driver to take my car to the shop. And when he pulls up, he has somebody in his passenger seat, which it looked like it was like his daughter or something. But I'm like, really? Like, you knew there was somebody that was going to need to ride with you. Like, why? Like, what were you going to do? Like, stick me in my car or stick me, like, in the middle of you guys? Like, that would have been really weird. So, I mean, he got kind of lucky that I had somebody with her to drive me to the shop. But, I mean, that was kind of weird. I'm going to use this last little checklist just because I can. And because this is all over the place and I don't care. I'm just going to use these just because I can. So I thought that was a little funny, but anyway, we took the car to the shop, dropped it off, and the guy at the shop told me that it was going to take an hour. They're like, okay, well, with all the people in front of you, it's going to take us an hour to look at your car. I was like, okay, that's fine. So I left and I went home. An hour rolls by. Several hours roll by, and here comes 5 o'clock, their closing time, and I still haven't heard anything back from them. So the next day I call them and the guy tells me, oh yeah, yeah, hold on. He's like, yeah, hold on. So he went and I think he went and like got like the paper that the mechanic wrote down all the issues on or something, because it sounded like he was reading from a paper. And he didn't really seem like he knew what he was talking about, so I don't think he's the person that worked on my car. He said, oh yeah, there's, we kind of looked at your car, and the issue that you're having is an issue that Chevy has recently like put out an extended warranty for. So let me see, what do I want to do? I guess I'll use, I don't have any headers on here besides like YouTube and to do, I think. Let me see. What can I do? I'm going to put down some habit trackers. So and oh, I have today headers, that's why. I'm going to use a today header just because I just want to use these up, whatever. Anyway, so he's like, yeah, so the mechanic told me to call you and let you know that you can just take your car down to a Chevy dealership and they'll fix it for free instead of us like taking care of it and like writing up a giant bill for you. And I was like, oh, you were supposed to call me, really? Well, you didn't. I mean, I didn't say that to him. I wasn't that rude, but it was just really frustrating. See, the thing is that the person who told him to call me probably told him like an hour after I left, like right after they looked at the car, and he just never did. So it's a little annoying. I'm gonna go put down this weekly box, even though there's a today header on top of it. What you gonna do, you know? With the way this week is going, I'm not really gonna be that particular. I just want to slap things on here. Okay, which is probably literally what I'm going to do. I'm just going to find some half boxes, all kinds of things, just slap things on here because I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with it. Okay. So they told me that, and so I had to call the closest Chevy dealer. And I guess it's like a mechanic thing. I really don't know. But for some reason, I haven't even done anything to these people. But every time I call, like, the first response I get is, like one of, like, rudeness. Like, they automatically have, like, a wall up. And I'm like, dude, I didn't do anything to you. Calm down. And I don't have any little things or anything to put this week. So I think I'm going to put, like, try and find some little tiny labels. I have some little itty bitty ones on these that I'll try to use for food, for like marking my son's dinners. So that was special. And I called Chevy. They gave me the number for the tow company that they contract through, and I had to call them and have them pick up the car from the shop. And then I went down to the shop because I didn't know if I was going to need to pick up my keys or not. I didn't know if the tow truck driver needed them, but I wanted to go down there anyway to try and get a little bit more information about what was wrong with my car. What am I going to do? I guess I'll put labels. So I went down there and I actually talked to the mechanic who worked on my car, which was nice. And he said that it was because when the tow truck driver came to pick it up the first time from the school, he told me, well, it sounds like it's either the starter or the timing. When I talked to the person who actually looked at my car, he told me it's definitely the timing chain. And I'll try and put a smaller one there. He said it's definitely the timing chain. And I mean, I don't think they opened up my car and really looked at it, because otherwise they would have charged me for labor and stuff, I'm sure. But he said, I'm guessing they based it off the sound that my car was making and what they could see just by opening the hood. Which I don't know how much they could really see, because in my car, literally everything under the hood is covered in cases, so you really can't see anything just by looking at it. I mean, at least I can't. Ooh, I don't want to put that on top of the pink. That's gonna look weird. We'll put it over here. So try to put this one on the other side. So he told me, yeah, it was probably the timing chain, and this was the same person that had told my husband about the oil and the cross-hatching issue. So I'm pretty sure he knew what he was talking about. He said it's definitely the timing chain, and from the sound of it, this is his words. He said, from the sound of it, it sounds like it's jumped some teeth already. And I'm not I don't really know anything about cars really, but I mean, I know what he means by jumping teeth. I'm gonna put a new releases thing down here because I'm determined to have some new releases on this day. He said, from the sounds of it, it's jumped some teeth already, and if that's the case, then there's a chance that it's been like puncturing or grinding on the pistons or something like that. And if that's the case, then you're probably going to need a new engine. And I'm just like, I'm not kidding. I nearly had a heart attack when he said that. I was like, thank you for giving me my first heart attack. Okay. I have an SPC new releases thing too, but do I want to use that? You know what? I'm just going to stick it down because I am just throwing all the things here. Okay. Let's put this half box here. This quarter box. Okay. Half box. So he said that, well, he was telling me that he had somebody with this issue before, and when they had to deal with Chevy won't even, apparently, let's try to fit this in there. Chevy won't even look at the car unless you can prove that you've gotten an oil change every 5,000 miles and that you have used full synthetic and that you can prove that you've been using the correct brand. Well, after he said that, I started running around trying, like, at all the places that I've gotten an oil change, like, ever, and getting all of the records of my oil changes. Use this. Use it over here. And lo and behold, every single oil change is a different brand. So I'm really hoping that that doesn't screw me over, because that would be fantastic if it did, wouldn't it? Do I have any more boxes? Have a label, which I can put in here, and I have another label right here. Half box here. Maybe I'll track like my steps for the entire week combined. Put this little steps thing here. And I'll mark if I reach my hydration for the entire week. So each one of these will be a day, and then it'll just be an extra one. Oh, but I have another hydrate thing right there, but I'm not gonna use it. Okay. Okay. Glitter header. I feel like this video is all over the place, but you know what? That's just how my week's been. Sorry. Oh, look at this. Got some labels and half boxes on here. Ooh, I can put this label here. And I can put this label here. I can put this half box over here. Here. I'm gonna put some flags. Let me see. I'm gonna do this. And I can put something right there. And then Another flag I can put down here. That one takes it. Oh, covers the heart. I need it. I don't know if I want that. Okay, that's a little bit better. I should have another SBC flag. Here we go. I'll put that right here. Another one. Yes. Put that right here. Then I've got a little mini one, which, oh no, I think I'll put right here. And then I've got some from my shop that I can use, which are bigger, so I wanted to save them. Right here and there. It's going to cover it a little bit, whatever. There. Okay. So I'm going to use this little work one right here because I'm sure I'm going to work this day. There's a couple more I can use for work, so. I use like this thing, the little silhouette. Can I use, where can I use that? No, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to put that down here. Or here. Here? 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 I don't know. It's really light, so I kind of want to put it on top of something, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I'll just stick it right here. And then so laptop, a planner which I'll stick there, coffee cup which I'll stick right there to mark coffee or to track coffee. Let's see, I've got like a little pug here. I'll just stick this pug up here. Same thing with these things, I'll kind of just stick them around. Kind of like deco things. If anybody knows anything about cars, and based off of my babbling, if you can tell anything from that, oh, here's a pencil label. I can use this over here. You know, if you've got any thoughts on, you know, what my issue could be, or what I should expect, it'd be nice. Some insight would be nice. Just kind of being a crazy person sticking deco everywhere. I don't even know what these are gonna, let me see. What do I have for my box of cactus things? I'm just gonna stick this here. And, excuse me. There, and then I've got this cat sitting on some books that'll stick right there, and I don't think I'm going to put anything else on my, oh, maybe I'll put this. I spent way too much on, yeah, I'll track my spending, maybe, we'll see. I'll just stick that there. It's the last sticker on there. Ooh, I'll use this mermaid down here. Oh, that is actually cut out. Okay, sure. Okay, there. Throw some shells around. I'll try to stick this other one up at the top. Oh, I've got some little decos here, which put that there. All right, just looking at all this stuff, and I think that I am pretty much done. I don't really have any room to put any other stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I used up. I used up quite a bit, actually. I used up this sheet from Formless Designs, that one from Formless Designs, that one, and that one also from Formless Designs. I used up 2 of my own, and I used up the Once More With Love freebies, and those are going in the trash can. And then I'll show you what I have left. I used a few things off of this sheet, a couple glitter headers off of that one, pretty much all of this one except for the Hydrate. I didn't use any of those. I used one of the Fox and Cactus ones. That's the only one I used from Fox and Cactus. Still have this full deco thing left. I used about half of this sheet, which I would throw some more deco around, but I don't really have any room. I only have 1 sticker left on that one. Also that one. I didn't use anything on that. I only used the label from that one. Didn't use anything off of that. I used 3 of the my quarter boxes from there. I didn't use any of those. And I used all the boxes off of this sheet. And I used almost all of this, which is pretty good. Quite a bit off of that one. All except for like one. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to take this just to use this up. And I'm going to stick it right here. And then that one is used. And then I still have a flag, all the icons. Use the flag in the habit tracker after that. So I still have quite a bit to put into another spread, and I'm gonna go ahead and stick those back in my little freebie folder thing. And this is a hot mess. This is a real hot mess, you guys. I have no plan. I had 0 plan going into this, and I have 0 plan coming out of it. Like, I literally just barfed stickers on these sheets, but it was therapeutic, so I can't complain. And I'm like, my day-to-day planner, I'm not super picky about it. Like, it's a place for me to write down the things I need to do during the day and things I need to remember. So as long as there's spots for that, then I'm fine. So I'm sure this will work out for me, and the next spread I do, you'll see how it turned out. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.